Hello, hello. Happy New Year, chatters. Hello. Welcome to Chatting with C. I am your favorite host and coach, Miss C. How are you guys? How is 2022 starting off for you? I know we are like 3 weeks in. I hope that your goals and the resolutions that you've made, you've been sticking to them and that they're going well. I hope that the year has started off on a positive note for you. Obviously, lots of stuff still going on in the world. And so, hopefully you are off to a good 2022. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a little not rough, just been in, I guess, a little meditation space. I did get a little sick at the beginning of the year. I don't think it was the thing. I'm not calling that all my life, right? But I'm doing better and fine. So, um, excited about that. I am very much big on my herbs and supplements and my teas. So I've been doing all of that, eating lots of fruit, vegetables, trying to stay healthy and safe during this pandemic that we're still in, coming up, I think, on 2 years in March. Oh my gosh, a couple of months. That is ridiculous. So that is what's happening with me. Super, super excited to be here, but you guys already know that because I'm always excited to do a video and to just chat a little bit and share kind of what's on my mind and what I want to talk about. Let's see. Today, or I guess just 2022, I'm feeling pretty optimistic and hopeful lately. Um, Definitely for sure. I definitely know that Mercury is in retrograde. And I am feeling some of that as far as communication issues, as far as um, old situations showing up and needing to be dealt with, as far as following through and resetting energies and intentions and getting rid of things that don't belong and really trying to just slow down. I can definitely feel Mercury right now having its little way as we start the year. So I'm trying to stay under the radar, but I can feel it. So even outside of that, I'm feeling very optimistic and hopeful for the year. I still feel really good. I still feel like it's my year. And I know people say that like every year, like, oh, this is my year, this is the year, this is the one, this is the one. And I think I've said it a couple years, and I think every year has been a really good year, right? Like you learn something, some good stuff happens, you live and make it through the year, get to see a birthday, your people do. So like it is a good year every year you say it, right? But something different about this year, the energy, I think the things that I've done and been working on the last couple of years, I think they're really going to come to fruition this year. I just feel it. Like the energy is there, the shift has happened in the world, in the universe, and just the conversations that I've been having with people. I feel like this is the year for a lot of people and the year that everything's going to come together in such a way, right? Like, and I am open for it. I am here for it. Okay, do you hear me? Like, the girl is ready on so many fronts. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super just feeling the energies and trying to go with it, trying to stay consistent. That was my word for the year, consistency to the things that I want to see happen. I've been seeing a lot on social media. I think last year, when I was really on social media a little bit more than I have been this year, um, that if you take 6 months and really focus, it could really change your life. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I really got consistent with stuff and really focused for like 6 months, what would really happen? And so I'm definitely in that space as trying to do that to make sure that whatever the universe has for me this year, I'm in a place to receive it. I'm in a place to be able to cultivate it and nurture it when it comes, to appreciate it, to value it, respect it, to be able to really take it and allow it to do what it needs to for me in my life. So hopefully you are on the same frequency. I believe that you are if you be watching my videos. Like, we all on the same kind of frequency here, right? So this video is kind of about that a little bit. And it's really, I don't really know what I really want to name the video yet. I have like 4 titles, I think. But I guess we'll just talk about it a little bit and then just go from there, right? So I really want to just talk about like 2022 being your year for you. Whatever that looks like, whatever that means. I feel like last year the videos, we talked about one-sided friendships, which is still my most watched video, numbers still going up. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. We talked about setting boundaries. We talked about a work-life balance. We talked about doing what's best for you, like all kinds of stuff that really I feel like led up to us getting to 2022, right? All the things, the pieces to put together to get here. And so I feel like for a lot of people, 2022 is the year for you. And it's the you year, as I like to call it. And that is what I call this year. It's the you year. It's my year. It's all about Sierra. And I feel like the year is all about you and whatever that means for you. And I hope that you actually really take the time this year to really be about you. If that means getting focused, if that means, doing new things, if that means really getting in tune with yourself, really getting in touch with who you are, who you want to be, what goals you want to accomplish, what work you want to do, what legacy you want to leave on the world, what kind of parent you want to be, what kind of spouse you're looking to be, like whatever that means for you. I feel like this is the year where you really get to do that and set the foundation and groundwork and build upon what you've already been doing to make this year really come alive for you. And I think it's important to remember all of the things that we've talked about, but then to also add, the extra pieces that go with it. One thing that I've been noticing for me is that I have a hard time letting stuff go, whether it's people, it's situations, it's habits. I have a really hard time. I kind of go back and forth because I'm a very logical person. I think very logically, and I think everything through before I make any decisions. I don't like to be forced into a decision. I don't like to be rushed into a decision, because then I always feel like I made the wrong decision. And then if it doesn't play out right, and then I'm like really just irritated because I'm like, well, see, I didn't have time to think. So I like to think and really evaluate something before I make a decision. And so with that, I think it's important that for me, I realize that letting go of stuff is okay, and that you need to do it as often as you need to do it. And that in order to really move forward, you have to know when to let stuff go, when to move past things, when to really jump and trust that the universe, God, has got your back, right? When it comes to people, I am a chance giver. I am the oh my, it's like gets to the point, it's almost ridiculous. Like, if I really care about you and I really really value you, I will give you opportunities and chances and, overlook and maybe not talk to you for a little bit and then, come back. Like, it's okay. It's time is, I'm one of those kind of people. I don't hold grudges. I just, maybe need a break. Then there are some people who like, now I didn't have the fuck enough. And so now you got to get the fuck away from me. You cannot be in my space. You can't be, I don't want to be in yours. Like, once I get to that point, it's because I've given a lot of chances. And what I'm learning, and what I learned at the end of last year was that, and at the beginning of this year, is that I need to be more consistent with letting situations go when they go. That I don't have to feel bad for something ending or for me speaking up for myself and saying, hey, this doesn't work for me. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. I don't, no shade to you or whatever. This just isn't it. And so I'm learning that this year. And that's a huge part of the you year, the Sierra year, right? Because in order for me to get to the next step, I have to know that everybody doesn't get to go with me. I also have to get comfortable with telling people, hey, that's enough. Or removing myself from situations that don't make me feel good, whether that's a work situation, whether that's a social situation, if that's an organization I'm a part of, whatever that is that makes me not be able to be my best, I have to step away from and being okay with it. So that's a part of this year that I'm going to be a little bit more intentional with is the people I spend my time with, the places that I'm going, the organizations I'm a part of, making sure that they really are um, in alignment with where I see myself and with what I really want to do and how I want people to see me. And so I hope that if that's you too, that you use this time as well for you to really decide and determine who should be there, who shouldn't, and being able to move around. And then also, I think it's important to make sure you give yourself credit. Like the you year is about you and adding on and building upon the things that you have already done and the things you've survived, the lessons that you've overcome, like the places that you once were that you're not at anymore. Those are things that you should be proud of. And I don't want you to underestimate that. Like you can build upon that this year in the year of you, whatever that is, right? Like you have learned how to communicate better or deal with conflict or whatever it is, like keep building on it in the you year because you're ultimately working on becoming the best version of yourself this year so that whatever the universe has for you, you are able to really receive it. Um, I think as you grow and as you're evolving, things change and they should, as they absolutely should. You outgrow things. Your mentality should be changing. Your mindset should be growing. It should be changing so that you can actually get there. If it's habits that you need to drop, if it's the mentality or the mindset that you have that no longer is serving you, in this you year, it's time to release that stuff. Let that stuff go. I think one thing I realized is that over the years is the number one thing that holds us back is us. It's the thoughts that we have that hold us back. It's the mentality, the mindset that holds us back. It's our habits that hold us back. It's the people around us that hold us back. It's our inability to be disciplined or consistent or whatever that is, like that we hold ourselves back. And so in the year of you, you're going to start to become aware of those things, right? If you haven't already. And then you get to make a decision and a choice if you want to grow and let those things go so that you can grow, or if you decide that you want to hold on to them and not grow. And who wants to not grow? We're trying to evolve here, right? We're trying to like get to the next level. And so it's going to be different, right? If you have to cut things out or cut people out or stop going places because you're focused on you and trying to get you to the place you want to be. And that's okay because it's about you this year, right? I think for me, a lot of years have been about other people and showing up for other people and being there for other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I am definitely an empath. I'm definitely a person who likes to do things for people, or show up for people, support people, help people. Like that's my nature. That's who I am at the core of me. I've always been that way. Have I always done it right? Probably not. Have I always done it the way that people would have wanted me to? No, because I didn't know, but I've always been a helpful person. I've always wanted to be that for people, just maybe not always the right way, which you learn, right? It's part of growing. Um, but as you do that, there's nothing wrong with it. But this year, I really want to go in and really do for me and really take a hold of the things that I feel like are important to me. If the same way I show up for other people, I ought to be able to show up for myself. And I think that sometimes we get kind of carried away, or we kind of are over here and over there and everywhere else, and that we're not making sure that we're doing for us. And so in 2022, that energy shift has happened. That opening is there, right? This is the year of you. This is your year, whatever that means for you. So I hope that you are really sticking to your goals that we did. I hope that you're really, you know, figuring out what you want to do, where you want to go, what needs to happen, that you're really committed to it. Because if we commit to ourselves, the universe knows we're serious, and it can open up all kinds of doors and opportunities for us. It can actually give us what we want. In essence, we can manifest the life that we want. Oh, shoot. Yes, manifestation is real. Mm-hmm. It's definitely real. I manifested quite a number of things last year that were on my vision board that came to true. So I have a new vision board for this year. See if I can get half of it too. But um, it's the you year. It's the year for you. It is the year that you motivate and inspire yourself. It's the year you jump out there and trust yourself. It's the year that you get to make the decisions and choices that are going to be best for you, and not worry about how other people feel about it, right? Now, obviously, like if you're a parent and married, you have to consider your household and all that. You get what I'm saying. But then it's also about you as well. You can't forget yourself, right? How does what you see yourself, and how is your goal incorporated in your family life or whatever that is, right?